You know what feels good? Complaining. Ooh, complaining feels amazing, doesn't it? Tell me I'm wrong. That first sigh, ugh, the eye roll, the dramatic, you will not believe what just happened. That dopamine hit is so real. But here's the problem. Every time you do it, you're training your brain to spot danger and problems and negativity instead of positivity. You're like literally rehearsing frustration. Your energy is your leadership, it's your life force, your presence, your parenting, your work life, your magnetism, your fitness. And training yourself for anything other than positivity isn't going to help you reach your goals. Hey there, welcome to practice your positive daily because you should. Because how do we get better at anything? We practice, we do the reps, and that's what we are all about here on Practice Your Positive Daily and Team Positive action oriented steps for you to live your best life, whatever that looks like for you. I am here for it. All right, story time. So, a few weeks ago, I had one of those mornings where everything was just going wrong. We were late for school, the dog was barking, I forgot my drink, I was late for the dentist. Everything was just wrong. And I caught myself in the middle of all of that, narrating my own misery. Have you ever done that? Be like, oh, of course this would happen. Of course the coffee spills. Of course I'm late. I'm always late. This is how it goes. Ugh, does that sound familiar? Have you ever done that? Started stressing yourself out even more because now you're hashing it out and adding all this energy to it. I realized I had been narrating my chaotic morning all morning and it didn't make anything better or easier. In fact, it probably contributed to some of the problems that I was having. I dropped something, I forgot something, I was late, I was stuck in traffic, I almost hit somebody. All of that snowballs. We talk all the time about momentum. We know the negativity momentum because the frequency of the problem is not the same frequency as the solution. The frequency of complaining is not the same frequency of empowerment. They just don't live in that same space. You can't be doing two things at once. You can't be complaining and also, oh, by the way, feeling empowered to take control of your life. And that, for most of us, is where complaining comes from, right? It feels like control. It tricks your brain into thinking that you're doing something, right? When really you're just looping the same bullshit story over and over. And so the more you practice anything, the easier and second nature that it comes. So why do we practice complaining about things? And most of the time, it's not even anything deep, right? We're not complaining about voter rights or right, global warming. We're complaining about traffic and the weather and work and your body and that person in front of you in line. All of that is raw material for discontentment that we don't have to buy into it. And the real cost to you is that you are using your precious time on this planet and the finite resource of your personal energy to loop negativity and complain about low rate nonsense. I don't want that for you. I don't want that for me. I don't think any of us want to do that. So let's quick dive into why complaining is so seductive. All right. Number one, it's connection. Listen, we all do it. We bond through that misery. It is so easy to share, oh, me too, or oh, that too, without really being vulnerable. So it feels like we're sharing, but really we're not. We're finding common ground over some annoyance, right? Like, you know that if you walked into a work or a meeting or a coffee shop and you were like, ugh, the traffic today, you know that the person next to you most likely is going to be like, oh, yeah, I know. And suddenly, boom, you have an instant connection. So we use complaining to bond with people. All right, number two, control. When life feels uncertain, complaining gives us a sense of agency, right? We can't fix the system, but we can criticize it. It's this fake feeling of control, right? It's not something that you can actually change by complaining about it. You were saying, I understand there's a problem there, and I'm just going to talk about it. So it's a sense of like control. And then listen, number 3, I talked about this just like last week on an episode on avoidance. It's avoidance. Sometimes it's easier to just talk about the thing than to really feel what's underneath it. So the complaint can cover up our feelings of grief or inadequacy or anxiety or fatigue or whatever we're going through. It's like an emotional white noise that you can share that kind of drowns out the deeper issues that are there. So, I wouldn't talk about all this complaining and why we do it without giving you a few ideas on how to stop. And so I'll start with number 1, noticing it. Noticing it. Awareness. Awareness is always step 1. So we'll get to the positive of the day, but I'll tease it now. And that is for the next day, play detective, get curious. Notice when you complain, whether it's out loud or in text or even just in your thoughts. Notice who you're talking to, who you're complaining to, and then what time of the day or what else is going on around you. Are you hungry? Are you frustrated? Are you tired? Are you overextended? Like, just figure out what that pattern is. Don't even worry about changing it. Just notice when and where and with who. All right, number 2, find the root cause. Okay, so you're like, fine, I realize I complain at this time with these people in these situations. Every complaint has a true root cause. So this is often an unmet need, whether that's for support or rest or relaxation or control, or there's something that you need that you are not getting or giving yourself. And so if you start sentences with like, ugh, I can't believe, and you'll never guess, think about, what do I actually need right now? Am I hungry, angry, tired, lonely? Do I need someone to help me with the load I'm carrying? What do I need? Let the complaining uncover the hidden need underneath. Yeah? All right. And number 3, replace the reflex. So this is the part where the actual training comes in, right? We talk all the time about practicing your positive, rewiring new behaviors, getting the reps in. Do the reps, get the results. So this is the rep. The rep is before you vent, before you're ready to complain, pause and ask yourself, what's one thing in this situation that I can shift, accept, or laugh at instead? All right. So maybe it's stuck in traffic. Oh my God, I'm so sick of this traffic. I can flip that to, great, I have more time to finish that audiobook I've been listening to, right? Anything to break yourself of that habit. You don't have to be like, oh, Pollyanna, everything's great. I don't notice there's problems in the world. That's not realistic. But what is realistic is getting real about when you're on autopilot and if it's serving you. If you're practicing complaining and that's dragging you down, no big deal. Don't freak out, but do be aware of the pattern and interrupt it. So, positive of the day, because you don't get stronger thinking about push-ups, you get stronger doing push-ups. It's the same with our positivity. We have to practice it. You can listen to this podcast on loop all day long, but until you do the rep, it doesn't count. So, today, positive of the day, clock your complaints. Oh, that sounds easy, right? Clock your complaints. Don't even worry about fixing them yet. Just notice them. Just notice them. And let's say once or twice, pick one that you say often. Maybe it's the traffic when you walk into work. Maybe it's the, I got to make dinner tonight when you get home from work. So take one of those things that comes up after you clock your complaints and see about, where can I soften this? Where can I flip this into something that isn't negative, right? Where can I soften? Where can I redirect my energy? and see what the difference it makes for you. As with all this stuff, don't believe me. Don't believe me. Go try it for yourself. Clock your complaints for 24 hours and see. See if you don't notice patterns and see if you don't feel better by flipping them around and letting go of some of those complaints. This was a good one. I feel like I say that every day, every episode, but it was a good one. Listen, the shift from complaining to empowerment is one that moves you from the victim mentality to the hero of your own life. You want to be the hero of your own life? I want that for you. Complaining is normal. You're not an for complaining. It happens. But if you are serious about your energy, your leadership, your life, the love, the joy in the world, you can't afford to leak it in these low level ways like complaining. Every complaint is a rep, either for your power or for your pain. You decide how you show up. All right, so this week, practice noticing, pausing, and redirecting. Mwah! As always, I love you. Stay in the game and keep practicing your positive. Hey, it's Sass. Before you go away, do me a solid. Hit all those buttons. Subscribe, download, share, and talk to me in the comments. All right, stay in the game and keep practicing your positive. Drink some water, you look thirsty. Did you eat a vegetable today? Did you eat a vegetable yesterday? How about going to the gym? You go to the gym today? Yoga later? Ooh, a little bedtime yoga later?